Hello and welcome to today's practice. I'm so glad you're here today. Our practice today will be about an hour-long gentle movement practice. For gear to have on hand, I just have my trusty blanket. Feel free to grab a blanket, a pillow, a cushion. If you'd like to have a chair nearby, feel free to grab a chair as well. Whatever you need to make your practice the most accessible that you can. As always, listen to and honor your body exactly as it is. My suggestions are just that, suggestions. Feel free to adapt, adjust, and modify any part of this practice so that it serves your body in the moment. All right, with all of that being said, welcome. I am glad you're here. Let's begin by lying down. Take a moment, settle in. Shift and adjust as you need to. Maybe you rock your head from side to side, shift your shoulders, rock out your hips, your knees, your feet. Just allow yourself to be present and arrive fully into this space. As you begin to arrive, allow your gaze to soften. As your gaze begins to soften, draw in a nice big full inhale. Exhale, sigh it away. One more time, big full breath in. As you exhale, sigh it away, and as you sigh it away, give yourself permission to soften into the space. As you begin to soften and settle, take a moment to just notice those sounds or sensations you may hear from around your space. Notice those sounds or sensations you hear from right around your mat. Draw your attention a little deeper inward and notice those sounds or sensations you observe from your own physical body. Just take a moment here and notice what you notice. Notice how your body makes connection with the ground underneath you. Notice perhaps how your body makes connection with the support around you. With the next couple of breaths, just begin to check in with your body from head to toe. And just notice what you notice without any sort of judgment or commentary. From this awareness of your physical body, begin to shift your attention into your breath body. And from this awareness of your breath, just notice the quality of your inhales and exhales. Begin to notice the rhythm and the sensation of each breath. Just as it is. Gently place your hands on your belly. And allow your breath to begin to deepen right there in the bowl of your belly. So with your hands on your belly, gently allow your inhales to let your belly expand front to back and side to side. Allow your exhales to soften. We'll do that a few more times, just breathing fully into your belly. Creating space. The next few breath cycles, allow your inhalations to begin to radiate into your entire body. So allow your breath to fill from your belly, through your ribs, your heart, your fingers, your toes. As you exhale, create some space, soften into any edges, soften into your breath. Notice this connection between your breath and your body. And as we move through our practice today, see if you can regularly bring your awareness into this connection of your breath and how it feels in your body. Gently float your hands up to your heart. Lower your chin, draw your gaze inward. Gently come into a place of gratitude. And from this place of gratitude, bring to mind one thing that you are grateful for today. We'll hold this bit of gratitude in our hearts as we move through our practice. On your inhale, reach your arms overhead. Lengthen from fingertips to toes, maybe let go sigh or yawn. Nice big full breath here. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Allow your shoulders, ribs, and belly to soften. And with the rhythm of your breath, bring some movement into your knees. So as you exhale, push your knees away, make a circle. Inhale, round up the other side, come back to center. Exhale, round to one side, push your knees away. Inhale, back up to center. A couple more just like that. With your breath, at your pace. And the next time you find center, reverse direction. So exhale, go the other way, draw your knees away. And then inhale up the other side and back to center. We're just incorporating some breath and movement here. And next time you find center, pause. Bring your left foot to the mat, right foot up to the sky. Just bring a little bit of movement to your foot and ankle here. You can hold your hamstring. I like to hold my leg for just a little bit of extra support. Point and flex. Draw some circles with your toes. all the while breathing your full, expansive breath. And pause for a moment, big full breath in, lengthen through the sole of your feet. And exhale, bring your ankle to your left knee. And take a moment here, even out your hips and side waist. And gently rock your knees from side to side. Again, incorporating your breath with your movement. And just another breath or so. And the next time you find center, weave your hands through. Maybe you hug your knees into your chest. Maybe you just pause with your left foot on the mat. Wherever you are, breathe fully and see if you can find that space between effort and ease. Allow your shoulders and ribs to soften. Gently release both feet to the earth. Nice big full breath in. And exhale, reach your left foot up to the sky. And bring some movement here to your foot and ankle. Point and flex. Draw some circles with your toes. Whatever movement your foot needs to make here is absolutely perfect. One more full breath and lengthen through the sole of your foot. Big full inhale. And as you exhale, bring your left ankle to your right knee. Reach your arms out to the sides. Even out your hips and sideways. And then with the rhythm of your breath, just gently rock your knees from side to side. Exhale as you lower your knees to one side. Inhale as you find center. Just move at your pace. And just another breath or so. And the next time you find center, pause. Option to stay here, or maybe weave your hands through your right hamstring. Hug your knees into your chest. Just check in with your shoulders. See if you can soften into your breath. And gently release. Knees to your chest once again. Reach your arms out to a T. Big full breath in, and as you exhale, lower your knees to the right. Let your gaze go out over your left fingertips. And inhale, center. Gaze over your right fingertips, knee to the left. We'll do that a couple more times with your breath. Gently rocking your knees and gaze in opposite directions, side to side. You can always pause in anywhere that might need that little extra attention or support. And do one more on each side. And then the next time you find center, hug your knees in. And use a breath or two, make your way to a seated position. Coming up onto your blanket or cushion, whatever you need. Let your hands touch down by your sides. And on your inhale, sweep your right arm up, hinge on over to the left. Just let your right sit bone reach towards the earth as you reach through your fingertips. Inhale, switch and reach your left arm up, hinge on over to the right. Root through your left sit bones. Do that twice more on each side. Just move with your breath. At your pace. One more on each side. And inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, let your shoulders soften. Exhale, bring your hands behind you. Bend your elbows, gently lift your heart up to the sky. Big full breath. One more nice big full inhale. Exhale, come back to center. If it's in your body in practice and your legs are crossed, go ahead and switch the cross on your legs. Let your hands touch down by your side. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Reach through your fingertips. Pause in that extended space. Inhale, back to center. And twist on over to the left. Inhale, arms up. Twist on over to the right. This time, let your fingertips touch down where they belong. And just pause for a couple of breaths here. Maybe let your gaze get involved. Draw your chin and gaze over your right shoulder for just another breath here. Inhale, sweep everything up to the sky. Exhale, twist on over to the left. Fingertips touch down. Find length in your spine. As you exhale, give yourself permission to soften into those twists. Maybe let your gaze and chin go over your left shoulder. Make a full breath here. And inhale back to center. One more time, exhale, hands behind you. Bend your elbows, lift your heart up to the sky. One more full breath here. And exhale back to center. Let's go ahead and make our way to hands and knees. I like to have a little bit of support underneath my knees. Feel free to do the same, whether it's a blanket or a cushion. Allow your knees to check in underneath your hips, your wrists just underneath your shoulders. With the rhythm of your breath, we'll bring some movement into our spine. So as you inhale, soften your belly towards the earth. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your spine to the sky. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale. Drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your gaze. And exhale, release. We'll move through a few of these with your breath. At your pace. Next few breaths, I invite you to move in any stretch or direction your body needs. So this doesn't have to be anything organized. It's just moving along with your breath at your pace, honoring your body, listening to whatever it needs in this moment. And just a couple more breaths here. And when you are ready, Draw your toes together, widen your knees as much as you can. Send your hips to your heels. Allow your upper body to find support on the mat underneath you. Maybe your hands touch down underneath your forehead, just providing that support through your head and neck. And in this space and shape, allow your breath to fill the entire backside of your body. Soften into your ribs. Soften into that space between your shoulder blades and give yourself permission to be supported by the earth underneath you. Just another couple of breaths here. And on your inhale, look between your thumbs. Shift your weight forward so that your shoulders line up over your wrists. And as you exhale, come all the way down onto the earth. Let your hands tuck down underneath your shoulders, and your elbows are nice and close. On your inhale, gently press into your hands and lift your heart so your neck stays nice and long with your spine. Your exhale, lower down. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, press into your hands and lift your heart. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, lift. And lower. Bring your hands underneath your forehead, bend your knees, rock your feet from side to side. And gently release. Hands underneath your shoulders. One more time, press into your hands, just to lift your heart just a little bit higher. Exhale, lower down. Your gaze is just beyond your mat, maybe a couple of feet or so. Inhale, lift. And lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. And lower down. Hands touch down underneath your forehead. Bend your knees, rock your feet from side to side. And gently release. Hands underneath your shoulders. This time, as you inhale, press into your hands and come into that tabletop position once again. Come all the way on to your knees. Step one foot forward, and then the other. Making your way to a standing position. So I'm going to go ahead and move my blanket. Once you make your way to stand, gently roll your shoulders forward. And roll back. And open and close your hands. Rotate your wrists. And go the other way. And shake out your hands. And then give your elbows a little wiggle. Give your hips a little wiggle. Just pause for a moment. Allow everything to soften into space. Gently lower your right ear to your right shoulder. Just let your shoulders be heavy here. Maybe reach your fingertips towards the earth. Gently lower your chin to your chest. Check in with both sides. of your neck, and then bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Let your shoulders be soft, your breath is full. One more time, chin to your chest. This time as you inhale, sweep your arms overhead. As you do, lift your gaze to just between your fingers or so, and then exhale, lower your hands, lower your chin. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lift. This time as you do, interlace your fingers, turn your palms upward, let your shoulders be soft. Maybe even step your feet out just beyond your hips. Reach through your fingers, and as you exhale, hinge on over to the right, press into your left foot. Inhale, center, and press into your right foot, hinge on over to the left. Once more on each side. And inhale, center, reach through your hands, and lower your hands by your side. Go ahead and make your way to the short edge of your mat, the bow of your mat for your nautical types. Allow your feet to check in just underneath your hips. Your hands reach down by your sides. Allow your shoulders to check in over your hips. Let's be full breath here. On your inhale, reach your arms into the sky. Exhale, send your weight into your right foot, and then step your left one back. So your legs are, maybe about 3 or 4 feet apart or so. Nice big full breath in here, and as you exhale, bend your right knee, bend your elbows. Just make sure you can see your right toes. Inhale, straighten your leg, reach your arms up. Then exhale, bend. Inhale, reach and stretch. And exhale, bend. Pause for a moment here. Bring your hands to your hips. Allow your right knee to bend nice and strong, and gently lift your heart up to the sky. Big full breath. And on your inhale, sweep your arms up. And shift your weight back into your right foot. Step your feet together, hands to your heart. Big full breath in. And out. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Shift your weight into your left foot, step your right one back. Straighten your left leg for just a moment, check in with your feet. Make sure they're about hips width apart or so, and maybe about 3 feet wide. Big full breath in, and as you exhale, bend your left knee, bend your elbows. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen through your fingers. Last time, exhale, bend your knee, arms bend. Bring your hands to your hips and lengthen your spine. Gently lift your heart up to the sky. Breathe fully. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, step your weight into your left foot. Bring your feet together, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep both arms up to the sky. This time as you exhale, bend your knees. Let your hands touch down to your thighs or your shins. Maybe they touch down to the earth. We're just finding the forward fold here. Wherever you are, allow your shoulders, head, and neck to soften. Maybe bring a little bit of movement into your knees and hips. Create a little bit of space. Big full breath here. Reach through your feet. Inhale, hands to your hips, all the way back to center. Step your feet out nice and wide so you face the long edge of your mat. Just bring your toes at about a 45-degree angle or so. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Just make sure your knees go in the same direction of your toes, so if you need to adjust when you get here, it's totally fine. Inhale, straighten your legs, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, reach and stretch. And exhale, bend. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Turn your right toes out, left toes in, so your left foot is parallel to that short edge of your mat. Exhale, bend your right knee, arms to shoulder height. So check in here, make sure your knee tracks over your second and third toe. Arms reach out to the sides. Big full breath. On your inhale, hands to your hips. Straighten your right leg and then switch your feet. Turn your right toes in, left toes out. Inhale, arms up to the sky. As you exhale, bend your left knee, arms to shoulder height. Maybe look out over your left fingertips here. Make sure your left knee tracks over your toes. And inhale. Straighten your leg, hands to your hips. One more time on each side. So switch the direction of your feet. Right toes out, left foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Exhale, bend your right knee. Big full breath. On your inhale, straighten your right leg. Reach through your right fingertips. Create that nice long right side. As you exhale, lower your right hand towards your knee. Lift arm reaches up to the sky. And just breathe fully. Allow your heart to be open. And inhale, reach, come back to center. Bend your knee one more time. Left hand touches down to your leg. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Big full inhale. Then exhale. And gently come back to center. Straighten your legs, lower your hands, and we'll shift to the other way. So turn your left toes out, right foot parallel. Inhale, reach your arms to shoulder height. Exhale, bend your left knee, and then inhale, straighten. Exhale, reach through your left fingertips, nice long left side. Reach your left hand down towards your knee, right arm reaches up to the sky. Allow your heart to stay lifted here. Big full breath. And inhale, reach, come back to center. Now you can bend your left knee. Big full breath here. Exhale, let your right hand touch down to your leg. Left arm reaches up to the sky. And exhale, release. Back to center. Inhale, straighten your leg. Lower your hands. Parallel your feet. And then step them together. On your inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, let them slide down. Bring both hands to your heart. Shift your weight into your right foot. Just let your left toes touch down beside you. So find your nice long spine, your full and expansive breath. Maybe find a place in which to focus with your gaze. An option to leave your left toes rooted onto the earth. Maybe they lift off the ground. Maybe your foot touches in at your ankle or your calf. Maybe your foot comes to your inner thigh. Wherever it's going to go is absolutely perfect. The only thing you have to do here is breathe. So keep that going. Hands may stay at your heart. Maybe they reach up to the sky or out to the side, wherever you are. One more big full breath in. Exhale, release. Bring everything back to the earth and then just check in with both sides. So without shifting or shimmying too much, just notice how one side feels compared to the other. There may be a difference, there may not, and that's totally fine. So we'll shift to the other side. Hands to your heart. Shift your weight into your left foot, right toes touch down. Optional, leave your right toes rooted. Maybe they lift. Maybe your foot comes in at your ankle, or your calf, or your inner thigh. Wherever your foot is going to go on this side is perfect. It might be different on this side, and that's all right. Allow your breath to be your primary focus here. Full inhales and exhales wherever you are. Maybe your hands stay at your heart. Maybe they reach out to the side. Maybe up to the sky. Maybe this side is a different variation than it was on the other side, and that's totally fine. Big full breath in and exhale. Give it all a little bit of a shake. One more time. Make your way to the short end of your mat, the bow of your mat. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Nice big full inhale, find length in your spine. As you exhale, let your hands touch down to the earth. Walk your feet back. Allow your hips to stay up nice and high. So bend your knees nice and deep here so your belly reaches towards your thighs. So you get a nice long spine. Your heels may or may not touch the earth. That's okay. Maybe rock your head from side to side. Give it a little shake, a little nod. Big full breath in. Exhale, let your hands touch down to the earth. And swing them around to the front. Reach your legs out nice and long. So you can sit on your blanket or your lift here, whatever you happen to have. Scoot that blanket underneath you. Just creating a little bit of space through your lumbar spine so that your curve can stay nice and curvy. All right, so reach your legs out nice and long. Keep your left leg extended and tuck your right foot in right next to your left knee or your inner thigh. So your foot may stay here or it may cross over your left leg. It's totally up to you. I'm going to leave my feet inside here. Actively press through both feet. So our left leg is active. It's not just sort of hanging out, but it's actively present. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, twist to the right. So reach through your fingertips. Find that nice long spine first. And then bring your left hand to your leg. Right hand touches down right beside you so that it provides a bit of support. It's not cranking us open in any way. It's just here to aid in the twist. And then breathe. Breathe into your belly, your ribs, your heart. One more nice big full breath here. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, release. And we'll switch sides. So reach your right leg out nice and long and just pause for a moment. Let your hands touch down underneath your shoulders. Force through the soles of your feet. Find that length in your spine. And shifting to side B, tuck your left foot in. Option to leave it here or cross it over. Wherever you are, allow your hips to be evenly rooted on the earth underneath. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, twist to the left, so reach through your fingertips, nice long upper body. And then exhale, hand to your knee, left hand to your side. Again, providing support, not making the twist happen. Your torso is where the twist happens. Breathe fully. And on your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, release. Hands touch down by your sides. Reach your legs out nice and long. Big full breath in. And as you exhale, gently walk your hands forward towards your ankles and heels. They may not go there, and that's totally fine. They may stop at your knees, your calves, or maybe even your thighs. Wherever you are, actively draw your heart towards your toes and press your heels into the opposite wall. So we're getting a lot of strengthening in our legs, but also a lot of stretching through the backside of our body. And just another full breath here. On your inhale, come back to center. Walk your hands behind you, point your toes, and just lift your heart up. Big full breath. And come back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Root through your sit bones, find that length in your spine. Nice big inhale, press the soles of your feet together, and as you exhale, draw your knees towards the earth. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, press the soles of your feet together, firm up through your inner thighs. Exhale, draw your knees away, activate your outer hips. One more time, full breath in. Exhale and exhale. And just pause and breathe here. And on your inhale, gently come back to center. Put your hands under your knees for a little bit of support. If you're sitting up on a blanket or a pillow, go ahead and shift it to the side. Bring your hands behind your knees. Big full breath in. And as you exhale, gently make your way onto the mat. Reach your arms overhead. Lengthen from fingertips to toes. Gently hug your knees into your chest. Allow your belly, ribs, and shoulders to soften. Just take a knee in each hand. Just make some opposite circles with your knees and hips here. Still moving with your breath at your pace. And go the other way. And pause in the center. Swing your hands to your hamstrings. Reach your heels up to the sky. Just bring a little bit of movement there into your feet, into your ankles. You can always hold your legs here. If you have a towel or a blanket nearby and you want to wrap that around your feet so you can hold on for a little bit of support, you can absolutely do that here too. We'll just pause in this inversion for a few breaths. Just another breath or so. And on your exhale, release. Bring your knees into your chest. Reach your left arm out to the side. Big full breath in. And as you exhale, lower your knees to the right. Use a moment here, shift and adjust as you need to, and then soften into this stretch. So just let go of any effort. Allow your body to settle naturally where it will. And breathe fully. Allow your breath to soften into your belly, your ribs, up into your heart and shoulders. Maybe even soften into your throat and jaw. Just a few more breaths. As you continue to breathe in this space, check in with your body. Create that support that it needs with each inhale and exhale. On your next breath, bring your knees back to center. Pause for a moment here. And we'll shift the side beam to right arm out to the side. And lower your knees to the left. Maybe let your gaze go out over your right fingertips. Use a moment, shift and adjust as you need to. And then soften into the space. Allow your breath to soften any effort. It's like you're just breathing easefully here. There's no gripping happening in your muscles or joints. Just the natural rhythm of your breath in your belly. To aid in this twist. Just a few more breaths here. On your next inhale, bring your knees back to center. With the next few breaths and moments, bring the movement, stretch, or direction your body needs. Again, it doesn't have to be anything organized or anything specific. It's just whatever movement your body needs in this time and space. When you feel as though your practice is as complete as it's going to be, settle into your integration form. So as with everything, there's options. Your legs may be out nice and long. Maybe your palms face the sky. Maybe the soles of your feet are on the earth or the mat with your knees resting against one another. Maybe there's a pillow or a cushion underneath your knees, providing a little bit of support. Any variation. Those and so many more. Give yourself permission to find that space. I'm going to make my way to my seat. As you settle in, allow your gaze to soften. As your gaze softens, draw in a nice big full inhale. Exhale, sigh it away. As you sigh it away, give yourself permission to soften into this space. Give yourself permission to arrive fully in these last few moments of our practice. This time of integration, this time of ease. Allow yourself to be present with the sensations of your body as it makes connection with the earth. Allow yourself to be present with the sensations of your breath. Just as they are, just as they happen. Not striving for anything or trying to make anything in particular show. It's just us and our breath and our body. Each time you notice your attention begin to wander and drift, ever so patiently bring your attention and awareness back to your breath. Into the sensations that show up for you. And we'll breathe here for just a few more minutes, more moments of time. This time, this gift that you are giving yourself to allow your body to settle, to allow your breath to settle, and to allow your mind to be present in this moment. Just a few more breaths here. Without changing anything, with the next few breaths, I invite you to check in with your body from head to toe. And just notice what you notice in this space without trying to make anything happen. It's just an observation. Gently shift your attention and awareness to the rhythm of your breath. Once again, allow your breath to deepen. Allow it to expand and radiate front to back, side to side, top to bottom, filling your entire space. And begin to connect your breath and your body. Bring some movement to your fingers and toes. Rock your head from side to side. On your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, lengthen from fingertips to toes. Maybe let go a sigh or a yawn. And exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Hold gratitude in your heart, for your body is perfect as it is, and for this time that you have given yourself today. Gently make your way to a seated position, whatever shape that takes is perfect. Just bring your hands to your knees, maybe your palms face upward in a position of reception. Maybe they face down to feel a bit more grounded. It's completely up to you. And from wherever you happen to be, allow your gaze to soften. And just allow yourself to notice how your practice resonates in your body. Observe from a place of compassion, place of non-judgment and non-harm. Gently float your hands up to your heart. Lift your heart to your thumbs. And from this place around your hands and hearts, come into a place of gratitude. And from this place of gratitude, bring to mind one more thing that you are grateful for today. On your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, palms together. Honor yourself, those around you, and your yoga practice. Exhale, hands to your forehead, that your thoughts may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. To your lips, that your words may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. And to your heart, that your actions may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. Thank you so much for sharing in this practice with me today. I hope you have a really beautiful rest of your day. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one.